All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between FoV versus Free, taking place here on Twisted Meadows. FoV has spawned as the red Undead player over here on the bottom left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, over here on the top right, we have Free spawning as the blue Night Elf. Night Elf versus Undead in this 1v1 matchup, and we'll see what will be unfolding here. There were a lot of changes in the most recent patch, and it really feels like players are just trying to get a good sense of the strategies once again. Hopefully we'll be able to settle down that the balance point is somewhere good. Maybe humans will need a little bit more of a helping hand. Only time will tell. The qualifiers for the World Cyber Games have already come and gone, and I believe there, to note the surprise of no one, there are a lot of Night Elf players, and I don't believe there are any human players out there. So big changes hopefully in store for them. And it feels like human has lost a little bit of their identity in terms of what they are trying to go for. When I mean that, I mean human casters in general just aren't that strong. The whole entire rifle caster strategy back in the Reign of Chaos days no longer working out all too well because of the mass abilities to dispel and disenchant and devour magic. Other races able to have spell immune units also makes it a little bit more difficult, but all of that is for a conversation at another time, not well pertaining to this particular cast in general. Ghoul now making its rounds out as well. Gonna try and perhaps put some pressure on Free as he attempts to clear out this particular creep camp location. You're gonna take a look at this here. A Ghoul is gonna try to go after the Wisp here and get in a little bit of damage. Now, the Wisp is doing a very, very important job keeping this Ancient of War alive. And if that Ancient of War does end up falling, well, this whole entire strategy of eating through these trees ends up falling apart as well. Are we going to perhaps see this Wisp get taken out? One more shot from the Acolyte. Yes, Acolyte gets the killing blow. And now this Ancient of War is still suffering a lot of damage. All right, let's take a look at that low hit point Wisp. Death Knight, Death Coil saves the Ghoul. Death Knight now going to try and wander away. Skeletal minions joining in on the fight as well to try and take down this Ancient of War. And if this Ancient of War falls, well, it loses the production value, it loses the damage, and the Warden, still sitting only at level 1, ends up having to fight a very big battle. FoV doing a great job here as that Ancient of War looks like it is about to get felled here in just a moment. Wisp now being brought back over. Death Knight, well, going after the Wisp instead. It looks as though an Acolyte will get taken down. Death Knight may try to go after an Archer. Are we going to see a Death Coil onto that Wisp? Skeletal minions now back out. There is the Wisp getting Death Coil down, and damage was done, but with that now, the Death Knight wants to retreat. The Warden simply has too much mana, and the units are retreating back. That Ancient of War taking over, I would say, over 1,200 points of damage overall, but the follow-up play from FoV is going to be scary. 6 Ghouls here ready to go. Death Knight is going to get to level 2 on this creep camp very, very fast. You see a purge onto that Death Knight here. The problem right now is that the Death Knight does not have, well, any real mana. With no mana, his follow-up ability is going to be that Unholy Aura. Unholy Aura, very, very important in the matchup as it allows the Death Knight to surround units. You already see Dust of Appearance as well, and Dust of Appearance will reveal all of those shadow-melded archers during this Nightfall season. Or, well, night. What, Euclidean cycle? Yeah. Right, like during this you can't really say during this day because it's at night, so during this Euclidean, but that just sounds extremely geeky. Anyways, Ogre Warrior about to get taken down there. Warden sitting at level 2 will be able to clear out this creep camp. Death Knight with Unholy Aura moving in for the kill, and this could be a potential problem. Death Knight should be able to Death Coil, save that Wisp right there, and now try to get some damage onto the Archers and these other, well, retreating units. Shadow Strike onto some of those units. Let's take a look at this. Archer down to 127 hit points, healing from the Moonwells. More than enough, but the Warden now in trouble. Is it going to try to make its way back out? There goes one Ghoul. However, the gap, well, large enough to actually escape. Warden, Ghoul, down to 22 hit points. Is it going to be able to escape? Down to 13. One more tick should be enough. Unholy Aura, as the Death Knight with Unholy Aura giving in a little bit of that extra run there. Warden, however, gets the killing blow, does not level up. And now FoV in a little bit of trouble as he lost much more in that battle than his opponent. Ensnare onto the Archer. Archer trying to get away. Ancient of War ripe for the picking. Gonna give you easy death right there. Ancient of War now taken down. All right, going after a low hit point Ghoul. Warden should land a Shadow Strike pretty easily. There it goes. One or two more shots and it should be done. There it goes. The time life more than enough, or the damage over time more than enough to finish off that unit there, as the Warden still chasing. Double Boots of Speed. This was all in preparation to try and deny the Death Knight from Boots of Speed himself. If you did not know, the Goblin Merchant Shop now sells to Boots of Speed. So it is no longer a race to the shop to see who can get those boots first. By having both sides being able to purchase those boots, or having to buy and sell a pair of boots, that's a very, very big gold investment that most people generally do not want to commit to. Archer now back across over here. Ancient of War has slipped on its way through. Let's take a look at this. Let's see. Rock Golem will get taken down. Warden gets up to level 3. Level 2 Shadow Strike perhaps on the table. Ancient of War taking a lot of damage. Forest Troll, Shadow Priest in the back trying to do a little bit of healing as well. And we'll see if we're going to perhaps get some Mud Golems or any additional units. All right, let's take a look. Finishing off some Forest Trolls. Ogre Warrior, all that is left here as, well, free. Gonna go ahead and try to reposition himself again. Back down here, Old Dead, the Undead, sitting at 32 supply. That is FoV. Gonna be all right is free. Over here on the top right, if you guys are trying to track the names now. Lich, Rod of Necromancy, Claws of Attack +6, Tech to Tier 3 already underway. Frost Nova, Nerubian Tower, and a quick 180 to try to get out of a tough spot. There's the blink now. Does have Staff of Teleportation, Shadow Strike onto the Acolyte. Acolyte is going to try and finish. Are we going to perhaps get the Wand of Mana Stealing as well? What is happening? This is not looking like a good idea at all. There is another Shadow Strike, and this is going to be tough. Let's take a look. Downing the Acolyte to deny it. Halls of the Dead upgrading. Gonna be some time before more Acolytes are able to replace only mining, 6, 12, 48, 480 gold a minute now. That is a 20% drop as the Death Knight now continues a bit of creeping. All right, Warden sitting at level 3. Use that Scroll of Town Portal. Forest Troll Berserker going after the Forest Troll Warlord. Forest Troll Warlord with that, well, True Shot Aura giving damage bonus to the remaining Troll Trappers. True Shot Aura now given to the Warden. Warden gonna add a little bit of extra damage bonus to the remaining units here as well, as the Warden looks to sell the True Shot Aura, picks up a Potion of Invisibility, uses it, and follows it up with a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Back over here to the top right, Tree of Ages. Upgrading the Tree of Eternity. Bears now getting added as well. Warden, it is off over here making its rounds, and the Warden perhaps could try and do a little bit more disruption again. You can see Acolytes are all here ready to go. Warden sitting at level 4, gonna make its way, get in a strike, get in a Shadow Strike most likely. There's a strike. And gonna finish it off. No, that Acolyte down to 30 hit points. Is it gonna end up getting taken down? Yes, there it goes. A Ghoul actually blocking the path here. Acolyte gets another Shadow Strike once more. More Acolytes need to be trained up. This Acolyte could get taken down. Trying to fight off more units again. More Acolytes need to be trained. There goes a Ghoul, Staff of Teleportation in order to get away. And it looks like it will be able to get away. Acolyte, however, falls again. While even on Blight, more and more Acolytes fall. 3 Acolytes down here. Well, 2 Acolytes down. 1 Acolyte leaving the job as a Goblin Zeppelin stays overhead. Back off to the north. Ancient of War absorbing a bit more damage. Tree of Life getting established. Warden doing the solo Warden strategy. just to, well, there should be a rejuvenation there. Solo Warden strategy to try to get to level 6. A level 4, level 5 Warden, very difficult to deal with. The Shadow Strike harassment has been rather effective as we're looking at the Warden sell some items, gets a Staff of Preservation, and the units are once again on the move out. Warden, where is it going to try and go to next? Let's take a look. Warden gonna pick up perhaps a Potion of Invisibility again. Yes, no, Tome of Retraining. So Tome of Retraining on the Warden. Is it going to perhaps now go for Fan of Knives? That is the question there. Meanwhile, Forest Troll Berserker looking to back away. Forest Troll Shadow Priest Bears are in the front line as well. However, the Bears do not have the actual bear form. There it goes. Finally going into bear form. Perhaps should have been cast Rejuvenation first in order to stick around a little while longer. Meanwhile, Warden about to come across inside. Could deal a lot of damage. Are we going to see a Fan of Knives? Yes, big Fan of Knives. Goblin Zeppelin overhead though. And beautiful strategy to make sure that his opponent is unable to do all that much. All right, we could perhaps be looking at a Shadow Meld here. Destroyer form is already done. Let's take a look. Warden now making its way back over. Shadow Meld should be possible. There is level 5. And is it just going to Shadow Meld right here? Yes, it is. Well, is there a reveal? Oh no, Shadow Meld not available yet. Teleporting back across home, as this is not a good spot to be. Where are all the units going? All right, there's a rejuvenation onto the Warden. Destroyer form is already here, ready to go. Druid of the Claw, gonna get a Death Coil. Rejuvenation, bear form, but a little bit late, as you saw how much damage was absorbed right there. That Druid of the Claw wants to go into bear form as well. Should be transforming here momentarily. Death Coil, Fan of Knives, trying to finish off more units. There goes some more units as well, as there goes a Crypt Fiend. All right. Let's take a look. Ghoul could get taken down. Death Coil onto another unsuspecting unit. And it looks like Free was just not paying attention with those bears early on. And that perhaps came back to haunt him. There goes a Ghoul now. And we're taking a look at the Obsidian Statue, taking a lot of damage. Warden could try and perhaps get in front. It does have Boots of Speed. And it should be able to outrun that Obsidian Statue, especially as that Obsidian Statue is just outside of range of that Unholy Aura. Down to 200 and some odd hit points. Frost Nova onto the Warden again. Is it going to perhaps go after the unit? No, it is not. Units are now double backing away. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, not enough reason to stick around, even though there are Rune Bracers on the Warden there. All right, invisibility used once again. Back down across here, you can take a look. All of these units are right here. Is he spotted? He wanted to make sure. Wait, is there a shade? Doesn't see a shade. And now the Dark Ranger is out. Perhaps we are looking at, well, Black. It doesn't look like Black Arrow. No, it could be Silence. Death Knight sitting at level 4. Meanwhile, back across over here, Tree of Life has expanded here, not fully yet underway. Meanwhile, where is that Warden? I'm going to be switching colors here for just a second so I can spot where that Warden is, as it is invisible. All right, getting to come across right here. Are we going to see a Fan of Knives? There's an attack. There's an attack. Are we going to see a Fan of Knives here in just a moment? No, we are not. No Fan of Knives. Just canceled or force the pickup here, as the Warden is now going to go ahead and teleport back home. Let's take a look. Warden now back on the other side of the map again. Crypt Fiends. Well, Crypt Fiends and Obsidian Statues, potential destroyers, are going to be ready to go. Where is the rest of the Night Elf army? Night Elf army, Dryads are down over here. It doesn't look like there is much to Free's army at all. Destroyers are out onto the field as well. Dryads, Crypt Fiends. Where are the army? Where are all of the units perhaps traveling off to? Goblin Zeppelin is actually going to go ahead and try and drop inside here. There are Dryads as well. And I think this is the classic, well, if you're going to attack my expansion, I'll attack your main base. And your main base, well, is not going to be able to stick around for very long. All right, where are all of the units going? Oh, Dryads chasing after the wrong side. Warden going to go ahead, try to finish off some units. Bears are just going to go ahead and drop on in. And with that said, Bears going straight for the Haunted Goldmine. Going to go ahead and teleport. Staff of Preservation blinks away. Hippogriff should, well, really be trying to get out of that spot. It's going to get webbed down if it's not careful, or just flat out killed. Down it goes. Moonwell's fairly full. Should be trying to heal back up again. Meanwhile, the Warden is looking pretty strong. Does not have an Orb of Venom. That is potentially a problem. Needs to get away. Wisp now are just scouting every which part of the map. A new Tree of Life down over here. This Tree of Life, well, gonna get repaired as this gold mine and expansion is still doing a bit of work. Warden sitting at level 5, not yet at level 6. Dryads now making their way down to the south here, just trying to scout out and make sure no expansions are in play. And once he realizes, you know what, there is no expansions, I should be okay going in to try and take down some of these units. 5,000 gold left here compared to 3,500 here. A big discrepancy. Meanwhile, bears are going to go ahead and, well, engage against the Ogre Warriors and Ogre Magi. That is a lot of damage to try and mitigate. Perhaps the Druid of the Claw looks to back up here. Meanwhile, Warden gonna go ahead and go after the Goblin Zeppelin. Goblin Zeppelin could be in a little bit of trouble here. What's going on? The Goblin Zeppelin down to 370 hit points. Staff of Preservation. Destroyers are all here. Where are all these units going? Staff of Teleportation to head away. Repair underway as well. And this is a common problem trying to attack as an undead. If you are forced to try to attack fortified buildings, well, those fortified buildings don't... the fortified armor is reduced damage significantly to the main portion of the undead army. Piercing damage, magic damage, and heroic damage all deals reduced damage to fortified armor. Back once more, Warden on the move to over here to the bottom left, finally in low upkeep. It looks as though one Hippogriff staying up in the air. This Zeppelin, well, the Wisp now going to get taken down. Are we going to get a Tree of Life? Yes, we are. Tree of Life will be able to root, set up an expansion off on the other side of the map as, well, Obsidian Statue could end up getting pressured again. All right, there's a Hippogriff. Hippogriff going to go after the Goblin Zeppelin. Goblin Zeppelin could get taken down. That's actually a really bad position to be. All right, Orb of Venom right there. And as we're going to see a big Phantom Knives come across there. Acolytes could end up getting taken down. Goblin Zeppelin should be, what? Goblin Zeppelin dropping some bears as the bears are going after that haunted gold mine again. All right, Scroll of Town Portal to get away. Are we going to... Oh, unable to Staff of Preservation. Takes down one bear and takes down another bear, as all those units are backing up again.
Our warriors have engaged.
Dryads looking to back away once more. Null gonna get Null gonna get taken down. There it goes. Trying to finish off some remaining units, get a little bit of extra gold. The Dryads need to get out of a tough spot. The Crypt Fiends will be able to finish it off. Undead Death Knights with Unholy Aura deal so much damage. And will move so quickly. You can take a look at that. The Undead army is just running across the map at just, well, Dryad speeds. In addition, those Crypt Fiends are just making a quick move as well. All right, Hippogriffs, are they going to find that Goblin Zeppelin? No, no, Goblin Zeppelin. No, that's a ghoul hiding off over here. Meanwhile, Destroyers are now going to try to put pressure onto the actual main base here. Expansion down across over here, already mining away as the Goblin, well, the Warden tries to put in pressure again. Let's take a look at this. Goblin Zeppelin taking a lot of damage, going after the Goblin Zeppelin there. It's going to end up getting taken down, and there you have it. We are going to be looking at a Phantom Knives, trying to pick apart all of these low hit point ghouls, bear and acolytes. Bears could get taken down. We are going to trade the main, well, another bear going to get taken out as well. Death Knight and Lich doing a good job taking down bears before they can transform and get to that 900 hit points. Units now looking to back up again. Death Knight does not have a Scroll of Town Portal. Meanwhile, Warden is fighting back the other side here. Phantom Knives, Warden now sitting at level 6. And this is your worst nightmare as an undead player. The Warden is going to be able to drop an Avatar of Vengeance inside the base next to your graveyard. That graveyard is going to be producing skeletons, and by producing skeletons, well, that Avatar of Vengeance just gets stronger. Avatar of Vengeance trying to back away here. Well, FoV knows that is the main damage dealer. Once again, more and more Spirit of Vengeance is being dropped back down. Black Citadel about to get taken out as the Tree of Tree of Ages? No, Tree of Eternity able to, well, gonna get taken down. All right. Vengeance still in play across over here. Rejuvenation onto the Warden. Let's take a look going back into bear form. That Druid of the Claw taking a lot of damage. Ultra of Darkness still in play here. Vengeance still doing so much damage And this Avatar of Vengeance needs to back away. Oh, the Spirit of Vengeance should be able to do easy, quick damage to that Destroyer. Bear is now trying to head back. Orb of Venom on the Warden. That really should be doing all the damage there. And the Spirit of Vengeance is 17 to 21 damage. Really should be picking it apart. Meanwhile, Bear is being dropped back down. Avatar of Vengeance should be closer to the graveyard to try and punish it just a bit more. All right. FoV making a play back over here to the bottom left, trying to defend the expansion, not knowing that his opponent has an expansion down over here to the bottom right. He is not going to be revealed. Let's take a look at this. There it goes, summoning more Spirit of Vengeances as well. As I said earlier, the graveyard producing these units causes problems. Staff of Preservation to save that one building back there as the Hippogriffs are now trying to get away. Let's take a look at the Spirit of Vengeance is just dealing so much damage, and they are completely invulnerable to all sorts of damage at this stage in the game, only having timed life. All right. Let's take a look at this. Free damage across the board. This army of 17 to 21 piercing damage invulnerable units. Such a problem. Meanwhile, Orb of Venom. Let's take a look at this. Warden just trying to finish off some of these units, trying to do a little bit more scouting again. And you can take a look. That damage over time, that Orb of Venom does cause a bit of problems, as the Hippogriff perhaps trying to do a little bit of chasing as well. Supply 43 compared to 40. Undead is going to be revealed now. Not many buildings left. But, well, Hippogriffs are getting picked off slowly but surely. Death Knight, Lich, Dark Ranger, 442 going up against a solo Warden sitting at level 6. Avatar of Vengeance, well, his timed life is going to be coming to an end momentarily. All right, are we going to be getting more corpses down? And this is the big issue. The Warden can just walk over here, summon up another Spirit of Vengeance. Death Knight shows up. Let's take a look at this. It's just going to try and run on away. So, you know what? I can do hit and run games, hit and run tactics all game long. Meanwhile, let's take a look. Hippogriff moving, or Crypt Fiends moving alongside the Destroyer. That's a perfect 1-2 combination. They are protecting each other and keeping each other in the clear. 1,400 gold, 35 supply, over 60, has plenty of units that it can, in fact, train. Warden comes across here, Staff of Teleportation, trying to go after and deal more damage again, going after that unit. Are we going to perhaps see a Death Coil? Yes, we are, saving that Destroyer as the Warden now looks to back up. All right, can they heal back up again? Are we going to go into... No, there's silence. What is happening? The Tree of Life getting pressured, but little does FoV know there is an expansion over here to the bottom right that is really causing the problems. Vengeance, ready to finish off the remaining base here, should be able to summon up more skeleton or more Spirit of Vengeances. Meanwhile, the Crypt Fiends going after the Tree of Life, not doing very much at all. Undead army making their way back over, and that is the game. Free takes it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.